Hi guys, just one question from me. Put foreign offenders aside and Albanians aside, just forget about those numbers. How many people travelling on small boats that's been refused asylum have been sent to a third country or back to their own country over the past 3 years?
I don't think we have. I
think we'll write to the committee with those numbers, Mr. Anderson.
That's staggering. That's actually staggering. Okay, then let's do it for the last year.
I don't have a number for non-Albanian, non-FNOs.
Perhaps they might be able to help you.
Let's do last week then.
Do we have any figures about anything?
No? Yes.
In the last 6 months, just how many in the last 6 months?
As Simon said, there are charter flights and other ways of doing returns the whole time, constantly, and we can give you whatever timeline.
And Albanians aside, people who are coming here who are being refused asylum, because I'm sure there's a few. How many was sent back last month?
Incoming.
We'll write to you with those numbers, Mr. Anderson.
I'm sorry, Chair, but I find it absolutely staggering that the big boss hasn't got a clue, not just on this question, but nearly every other question we've asked today. Why is that?
We've got that. I think Mr. Ridley's looking for the numbers, and we will send them to you.
Okay, that's me done, Chair. Thank you.
During the hearing, MP Anderson repeatedly pressed officials on one simple question. How many small boat migrants who were refused asylum had actually been returned to their home country or a third country in recent years? He asked for numbers over the last 3 years, the past year, the past 6 months, even just the previous month. Yet senior Home Office officials, including Sir Matthew Rycroft and Simon Ridley, were unable to provide a single concrete figure, only promising to write with the numbers later. Anderson was visibly frustrated, calling it staggering that the top officials had no clue, not just on this issue, but on nearly every question raised during the session. The exchange laid bare a sharp divide. On one side, lawmakers demanding transparency and accountability. On the other, government officials either unprepared or unwilling to give clear answers. More broadly, this moment highlights a deeper problem with Britain's immigration system, a lack of transparency and control. Small boat crossings have become one of the most contentious political issues in the UK, and the inability or refusal of senior leaders to provide basic data only fuels public suspicion that the government is failing to manage the crisis. For critics, it's more proof that immigration policy is both ineffective and unaccountable.
The police have got themselves in a real muddle because they allowed Stop Racism, some of the younger people in it, to come in from the left-hand side with Coke cans and sticks and start really hitting hard on the anti-immigration lot. And now the police are having to find themselves caught in between two lines, and they've allowed the Stand Up for Racism to come round the back of them, and now they're trying to cut a swathe through the street so as they can separate the two protests. This was a very bad police decision to do what they're doing here, because what they've ended up now doing is blocking the middle of Liverpool totally, and there is a very, very tense situation now. And you can see what they're doing. They're pushing down the street, trying to push protesters out. Yep, you can see now it's starting to kick off. There's another arrest here, and that is one of Stand Up for Racism has been arrested there. There's been about 5 arrests today, and the police are really getting pushed to control this situation. And if we just look up there you can see that is the pro-immigration protest that's there. And you can see this guy here, He's actually standing here with the flag. He's trying to actually wind them up. This is really a bad policing decision here to let this go this way. And the whole way down this street there have been scuffles like this. Liverpool is on edge at this moment, and why they allowed those attacks to come in from the left-hand side of them is shocking, to say the very least. You can see that man being cuffed on the ground now as they try to push on down the street. Let's just go with you here. We'll walk on down. We'll see the horses, the Merseyside police out, the horses trying to force it on down the street and try to clear a situation that was of the police's making. That decision, you would have to question it, there's no doubt about that. And this isn't over. It's not going to be over for a while or two, because until they get them clear of the main junction, there is a flashpoint right here, right now. So things are very on edge, and we can see there's another arrest.
If you can hear me, as we're seeing those live images there of more arrests taking place in Liverpool, a very tense situation, who have you been speaking to on the ground there, Dewey? Have you been able to get hold of anybody?
Well, we got hold of people earlier on, but we have just lost our interview there because of that scuffle with Ben Walker, the chairman of UKIP, and he has got pushed on down the street with the police. As you can imagine, this is a very much a live situation and a very tense situation that is going on right now. That man has been arrested now. I mean, they're shielding us from filming him, the police are, and we will need to get on down the street in front of this before we get locked off on the wrong side of a very bad and tense situation. So for this minute in time, we are going to have to leave you to try and make sure that we're not trapped between two lines here.
A GB News report from Liverpool today highlighted fresh tensions as a UKIP march through the city centre was met by Antifa counter-protesters. According to the coverage, police allowed hostile groups to get close enough to confront the marchers before moving in to make arrests. The incident underscores the highly polarized climate around immigration, nationalism, and free speech in Britain. For UKIP supporters, the clashes fuel claims that their democratic right to protest is being undermined, while critics argue that fair right marches inevitably provoke resistance. Either way, the fact that arrests were necessary shows how fragile public order has become when these opposing forces collide on the streets.